of water, cook it until it's thick, and that makes the perfect kind of self-dissolving glue. And if you want to make great paper, if you have a bandsaw or something, you could bandsaw rolls of toilet paper into thirds. You have like long ribbons of really easily dissolving paper. But if you're not, that's like a control freak project, but if you're not a control freak and you want things to go wild, you make something called seed balls, where you just take a lot of seeds, mix it with red clay powder, compost, and make little balls. All different kinds of seeds, nothing invasive. And then take those and just throw them anywhere where you feel like there should be more of the plants that you want to see. That's a great guerrilla gardening tactic, or, you know, if we go back to what I was talking about, civic institutions that, you know, maybe could liven up the landscaping, that would be a great way of doing it, you know, really quickly. Abandoned lots, things like that. So that's a very chaotic thing. That's what I'm going to be doing next year. Because I've been saving a lot of seeds, and I don't really feel like gluing them on little tape.
Are they successful when you throw, just throw them there?
You throw them, and then the next rain, they melt and sprout whatever. I mean, not all your seeds are gonna grow, but something that wants to grow there will grow. So it's just great to see what it is that will take hold. So the belt is, you know, you go out in the garden, you need to have all your packets with you, your trowel, everything, it's right there. So this is the mega cloche. My inspiration for this was when I was living in Roswell, New Mexico. There was a Culligan water company that just threw away, well, as you can see, hundreds of these bottles. And a lot of them didn't even have leaks, but I would just go visit their dumpster like every week and take, you know, maybe like 10, 20 at home. And so the best thing to do is make a greenhouse, so that's what I did. This is kind of theoretical right now in the gallery. This isn't how it would actually be. So right now it's kind of greenhouse sculpture, but in actual usage, we would need to fill these spaces up with plastic bags, use all your extra plastic bags to kind of make a seal. And it's going to need a door, it's going to need a dome. My plan for the dome already is tops of Culligan bottles, kind of open side up, kind of making funnels, which will then also harvest the rainwater and bring that into the plants. Also, what you need is something that's kind of thermal heat storage, like a concrete pad, and I'm thinking maybe tires, black tires that will attract the heat and store it. So I'm going to test this out soon now that I have it in Vermont. It's been in Roswell for a year. We just got it here for the show, so I decided I'm going to try this out and see how I can extend the growing season with it.
How did you try to wash this up?
I did a really dangerous thing with a bandsaw for many hours. Not a bandsaw, a table saw. I would kind of rotate it on the table saw, and then it would shoot the bottom, like this plate, across the room, but luckily there's nobody else. Well, actually one time this guy walked by and almost got hit. But he was kind of a jerk, so he was really mad though. He told me I wasn't being safe. And the other two pieces, I don't know if you can see them where you are. There's the gray water bucket. I don't suppose anyone here gray waters.
No, we do.
No, you do? Do you have like a system?
No, I don't have a system. I just have it under.
You do it like a bucket?
That. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, when I was living out west, that's one thing. In New Mexico, they kind of loosened up the zoning laws for gray water.
What's in there?
Okay, so gray water is where you use water that you already used to use it again. So if it's water from your sink or water from your laundry, water from your bath, you could still use that to flush your toilet or maybe water your garden, depending on what it is. So actually in New Mexico they are pretty good. There's a lot of people installing gray water systems. I decided to just do the bucket system. I mean, what they'll do is they'll install plumbing and make it go out to like a pond with like, you can use wetland plants to kind of filter and then use that in your garden. When I've done it kind of small scale, just with a bucket. You remove the trap from underneath your sink, and you just put the bucket there, And the great thing about the bucket system, as opposed to replumbing your whole wastewater system, is that it's just super simple. You get started, it's not very intimidating. And it also makes you very conscious of how much water you're using, because after a few times that bucket overflowing because you forgot, you become very conscious of how much water you're using, use less water. It's not just about using less water, it's about putting less dirty water into the wastewater stream to be processed, which is even kind of more important because we just waste so much water, and just, it's a lot to just process that water. So it makes you conscious of how much water you're using. I've found that a bucket under the sink is about the same, it produces about the same amount of water as I need to flush the toilet. So I don't even get into the garden. So it's a great way to just start with gray water. I would recommend if anyone wants to try it. It's so easy. You just take out the trap and put a bucket. You just do it even in the bathroom. And that's going to take forever for the bathroom sink to fill up, and you just get started. It's a great thing to get kids to think about it, because we might not be having clean water forever. It might become very scarce. We don't know. Yeah.
How do you get it? How do you use it in the toilet?
Okay, so I just lift the lid, or lift the ring, and just pour it in, and that flushes it. No, you don't have to flush it at all. Don't put it in the tank. You just pour it into the bowl, and that flushes it. Yeah. And I've been doing this in Haiti, and especially in Haiti. I'm going to talk about that in a second. I'm the director of an art center in Jacmel, Haiti, and a big expense of the dry season is we have to pay for the water truck, and the water truck is like $25 every time, and we don't have a huge budget. So I said, we're going to start gray watering. Everybody kind of looked at me like I was crazy, but when they saw that that our water basin was staying full longer, they realized that it was working. So that's what that picture. That's kind of disgusting, but the gray water system in Haiti. And it's really literally saved us hundreds of dollars, just a few buckets. So it's had a big impact. And my last piece here is my most recent, and I'm still working on it. I have 2 more to make. It's called I Want to Jam It With You, because I was telling my friend about it, and she was trying to convince me that I should play that Bob Marley song while I was doing the performance. But basically, the performance consists of picking enough strawberries to make a gallon of jam, making a jam. I went to Haiti very briefly for about 2 days this summer to visit the center, because I kind of just had the summer off. And we had a huge jam feast. We weren't even able to finish the whole jar, so I sent the other half of the jar to a home for street kids for them to eat it the next day. But it's been really strange for me, because I've been living, most of the year in Haiti, where food is very much harder to come by. I lost a lot of weight when I went there, and it's not just that it's hard to come by, it's really expensive, and the food that we get is really low quality. Like, they sell us this really weird, hot pink looking salami. I don't even know how to describe. I don't know what it is or where it comes from, but it's awful. But I eat it because that's what everyone else is eating, so I just eat it. But it's complicated to cook. Gas to cook with is very expensive, so we use charcoal, which is of course deforesting Haiti, and not good. Or we use a wood fire, same problem. We're working on a solar oven design, a parabolic reflector made out of paper mache and potato chip bags. When I get back, that's high on my agenda, because otherwise it's really expensive. And then so then I come from Haiti and I come here, and people are just throwing out food, or just, we have so much food. It's beautiful too. Not even just that we're being wasteful, it's just we have more food than we can eat. And then I'm, obviously a big dumpster diver, so I go and I go to the bakery and there's just huge bags of bread, and I just have this huge disconnect about what's going on. So this is my attempt to make a linkage and between the kind of the two cultures that I'm living in. And it's really fun to share a fruit that is really exotic to Haiti, because I'm always coming back from Haiti with like, you know, really exotic jams of things you probably wouldn't, fruits you wouldn't even recognize. And so it was fun for me to bring something exotic to Haiti from there. So I did one that was strawberries, and I'm doing another one that's elderberries from our elderberry bush. And I'm going to do another one that's apple butter. These are all things that you can't get in Haiti. So it's a lot of fun sharing the bounty. So it's about the scarcity over there and the plenty that we have there, kind of making a connection. And that's all I have for you guys tonight. Do you guys have any questions?
How did you get started doing this?
This line, the Agrisculpture, I was making sculpture, film, video art before. It was when I did a residency in 2007 in Roswell, New Mexico, that I realized, well, okay, I had a whole year. It was a really wonderful residency where they gave me living stipends, and I didn't really have any obligations, and so I thought, well, what's the best way to use this time? And, you know, I don't really need to have a job. So I decided to kind of make it my full-time job to figure out how to live as resourcefully as possible for when I would have to go back to work. You know, because I have time to make experiments and fail, that I could use that time to my advantage and then share what I've learned with other people. But at the same time, you know, I'm a person who lives into some materials, so, you know, this came sculpture.
Well, catches, I was eating my chocolate gray water. Most Carolinas use roof water and road water, driveway water, collecting big catches, which are 1,000 to 10,000-gallon tanks underground.
Yeah.
Is that in your neighborhood or not?
Yes, yeah, so we do catch water off our roof,
Yeah.
and I harvest that in our basin and use it, but in the dry season, we don't have it. There's actually only catching half of it, and the other half is just kind of not connected to anything, it's just running off, but I'm going to turn that into,
Bigger tanks.
yeah, I'm going to get like, well, actually I already got McGarrell, we're going to turn that into a shower. So store that in a hose that runs inside, it's going to work out perfectly to make a shower.
Nowadays,
But in a lot of ways, you're right, you know what's great about Third World is that they are on top of so many things that we are not even aware of like using resources in ways that we're not even thinking about, you know, because it's so much more of a like present reality. So I'm learning so much there.
it's a different climate. In September, you can flush a toilet, it's fine. May is on.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
June.
Yeah. I heard they were not awful. They said there's so many you want to be water.
Can I ask how you came about directing art center in Haiti?
Sure. Before I did it's all about residencies. Before I did the residency in Roswell, I did a residency in Haiti, and had a really great time at this one art center in Jacmel. Got along great with everyone there. I just did a workshop on making inflatables, which is what I did before. And then they invited me back to be the graphic designer for a music festival. And then the music festival was maybe more than the center could handle, and more than the couple who was running the center could handle. They ended up, you know, getting a divorce and being a little bankrupt and things like that. So they said, "We're leaving. Do you want to take over?" And I said, "Yeah, I want to take over. It sounds great, you know." So that's how I took over. And I have a great rapport with everyone there. And I've always wanted to live in Haiti. That's just a whole other story. But so it was a perfect opportunity for me. And we're really changing things, and it's a great community. I'm really happy to be working there.
Who's in the community?